Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. After I spit on myself there. Don't do that very often. Anyway, what's going on? Welcome back. Tonight, you might have noticed that is not a Lyeth background on our Road to World series. That is a Cinder background. Before we start, before anybody freaks out, I am not giving up on Lyeth. I would like to make that very clear up front with everybody. I'm still playing Lyeth. I'm still testing Lyeth. I am still very, very much in on the Lyeth train. With that in mind, I am listening to my friends. If you were here during the 24-hour stream while we filmed Breakpoints, you might have noticed that there was a moment where Taylor pulled the knife out of my back that he so gently put there. And by that, I mean Taylor literally told me that he was playing games against me, that him and the card guys were playing games against me while I was live to try and boost my win rate to make me feel better about the deck. While that was absolutely life-shattering thing to hear, and probably one of the most brutal things anybody's ever said to me, I know that it came from a place of love, and I know that Taylor is trying to help me get better at the game. So, with that in mind, I am still on the Lyeth train. I'm still trying to break Lyeth, but I am also going to play other things. Since Shizuko, the Calling in Shizuka, was won by Cindra, I figured we would play the Calling first place list. We might as well play that list and see what happens tonight. Seems like it could be fun. Hey, let's go, Dave, with a 13 months of Prime support. Yo, Dave, thank you so much. 13 months. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, buddy. Means a lot. All right, let's go. Ironside, Mekado, Jay, Rose, Ian, Dave, let's see, Steve, Martin, Matt, Better Gaming, and Taylor. Let's go, everybody. Never resting, always streaming. Listen, we streamed for 24 hours. I immediately went to Waffle House with the love of my life, my wife, Carly. I ate so much food. We came home. I took a nap for like 2.5 hours. We woke up. We laid around, watched some football, hung out on Sunday night, and then I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night, and I slept a solid 11 hours. So I am rested, rejuvenated, and we're back to the grind, so let's get to it. It took the tough love. Yo, dude, Silas, that's so true, dog. That's so true. Get some wins for the Necromancer with the love of my wife, a.k.a. yourself, LMAO, Matt. So yeah, anyway, let's see. Around the world. That's what's stuck in my head. All around the world, just la, 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 la. Is that what you're talking about, Michael? Is that what you're talking about, dude? Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, if I was tired, I was going to take a break tonight. Like, if I was, exhausted tonight, I was going to, but I slept a bunch last night, and I feel pretty good, so we might as well test some more for Worlds, right? So what I'm going to do moving forward... Sorry, hang on a sec. Hey, Ben, let's go. A 25 months of big support over on YouTube. Ben, thank you so much, brother. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. 25 months. You survived the 24-hour stream. I did. We did survive the 24-hour stream, and we're back, and we're ready to test. Also, my hair is doing this thing. I don't know what my hair is doing. Anyway. So yeah. We're going to play Cinder tonight. What I'm going to do is... When we started the Road to World series, it was going to be this really, really big idea of being focused on playing just Lyeth and CC and Aurora and LL. And I think that one thing that Taylor and Sam's discussion with me actually did is it helped open my eyes up a little bit to the idea that we can play other heroes to better prepare, have a wider array of things that we're testing and trying. So I'm going to be streaming some different decks, and we're going to be trying some different things. Speaking of the love of my life, Carly, with 25 months of big support as well. Ayo, Carly, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate it. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Thanks, baby. I appreciate it. So we're going to be playing other heroes as well. We're going to be playing other heroes to stay fresh, try different things. And just keep we're going to keep on our Road to World series, but we're going to play different heroes. I will come back to Lyeth as I continue testing it. If we feel like we are finding other things that are working, we'll come back, we'll play Lyeth. But since Cindra won Calling Shizuka over the weekend, we are going to be playing first place lists. I could not find a February version of the list, so I have created my own like version of the list on February of what I think is going to work. So that's what we're doing. Turtle Bear AU, thank you for the sub over on YouTube. Appreciate that. It means a lot. If you guys are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. I would love to get to know more about you guys in the chat. Can I expect a Slippy stream? Probably not, Michael. We were gonna do a Slippy stream before like everybody realized that Slippy was just dead, but I don't think we'll be playing Slippy. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. So we are gonna play Cinder. We'll play other decks. This is all gonna be based around like, you know, worlds testing. So anything that we think fits into the worlds, we're gonna be playing. With that in mind, let's jump in and let's talk about the deck. Before we talk about the deck, I want to talk about 2 things. The first thing that I want to talk about, you're going to notice in the very bottom right-hand corner of the screen. It is the Green Tree Sports Card 10K that is coming up the first weekend in November. It is a 10K being put on by Green Tree Sports Cards, and that is going to be 2 weeks before Worlds. So if you have won a ProQuest, or maybe there's not a ProQuest going on that weekend, or maybe you want a chance to play for some bigger prizes, come hang out at the Green Tree Sports Card 10K. Yeah, Green Tree Sports Cards. I'm having a stroke trying to say this right now. Come play at this. It's going to be a really cool event. Since I'm not going to Yokohama, regardless of whether I win a ProQuest or not, I'm probably going to go to this event no matter what. I'm not 100% sure yet. Carly and I are still ironing some things out, but make sure you check that out. If you would like some more details about that, exclamation point gsc10k in the chat. We'll get you a link to be able to sign up. And on the website there's a link to like, you know, like there's lists of like all the prizes and all the things. And there's different events happening all weekend. So make sure you check that out. It's going to be in Pittsburgh, which is actually, if you're local to me, it's only about a 5.5 or a 6-hour drive. So I am thinking about making the drive that weekend. So make sure you check that out. Oh, yeah. I got it from the LSS site, Martin. Yeah. I got it. I got the list from the LSS site, and then I turned it into a February link for me to use tonight for the stream. Thank you, though, Martin. I do appreciate it. And then the second thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the Fall Festival in Jackson, Tennessee coming up this Saturday. So this Saturday, I'm going to be at Canada Collectibles Games Fall Festival. I'm going to be hanging out, playing games, signing cards, taking pictures, just hanging out with everybody at the event. They have a massive fall festival. There's different artists there. They got food trucks. They got all kinds of great stuff. Make sure you come hang out. If you're going to be there, come say hi. It's going to be a lot of fun. That is at Canada Collectible Games in Jackson, Tennessee. It's going to be a really good time, so make sure you come hang out. Hey, let's go. Yeah, it's right outside of Pittsburgh. It's like 20 or 30 minutes from Pittsburgh, I'm pretty sure. Gamer. Yeah, it's right outside of it. You should check out the link for sure. Let's see. Name's Anthony. Friends got me into Flesh and Blood, and favorite toppings are grilled onion and mustard plus ketchup, but on a bunning snag instead of a hot dog. Somebody told me what a bunning snag was one time, and I honestly forgot. But Turtle Bear, welcome to Flesh and Blood. Welcome to the channel. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging out with us. All right. Now that we've talked about everything, let's talk about the deck. Now, the standard equipment suite in the main deck makes a lot of sense. This is what I'm assuming the main deck 60 cards is based off of what I know about Cinder and how she plays. You will notice that there is a select number of chain enders in this deck, which I really like. I think this is a very, very good deck building. The fact that we're only on 2 Art of the Dragonfires is a little sus to me, but I understand why. I think this has to do with chain enders and 1 costs. Also, like, you know, like the kind of like times that you make something draconic can come up. So it's pretty interesting. Oh, Wally, stop that. Stop that. But we're also on like Lava Burst as the chain ender. We're also on Snatch as the chain ender, which is really, really cool. Overcrowded being one of the blues. So Overcrowded feels like it's fitting into a lot of decks as a very good card to like value block with. You're able to make fealty in this token in a lot of like. Let's start over. I just had a stroke. Overcrowded feels like it's fitting into a lot of decks from Super Slam and older decks. This card's impact has been very noticeable very quickly. the different aura tokens that you could make, you make fealty tokens, you're able to make might tokens or vigor tokens in other decks, like, seismic surge tokens. Overcrowded seems like it's a really, really good card. Plus, it plays really well against Codex of Frailty and Leave No Witnesses to be able to block 4 efficiently. So I think this card making its way into a lot of decks is awesome. The fact that it has a 0 cost on it means that it could fit into a Kadachi-style deck. Overcrowded seems to be, honestly, one of the better blues. I don't know how much this card is, but if it's not went up yet, it will be going up over the course of the next couple weeks. So yeah, I think Overcrowded is really, really good. I think it just fits in super well. Like, the fact that it's a 2-block probably scares a lot of people. But I don't know. It's really impressed me. I was on it in my Lyeth list for a while. In the Guardian or not in the Guardian version, but in like the Runeblade version, just as a good value block. But just being able to like have a 3-block or a 4-block potentially can be very, very impactful. And so Lyeth dies. Dude, Havoc, you just missed it. I just said Lyeth's not dead. We're playing Cindra because she won the calling. That's why we're playing Cindra. One thing that I was not on was Snatch. I think the Snatch fits in the deck really well. It can be kind of awkward with like cards like Oath of Loyalty or not really having enough Draconic cards. But I've noticed that like decks are leaning into being able to play like these like just better base value cards like Snatch, Cut Through, Ravenous Rabble. Like, we're just playing a lot of these like good value oriented 0-for-4s. Because you'll notice that there's 2 copies of Burning, or 1 copy of Burning Blade Dance. So we're missing 2 copies of that card for other high impact 0-for-4s that, like, I feel like people are like starting to get value out of. So this is rarely ever less than 3. Yeah, for sure. 100% Havoc. It's really good in Florian. Overcrowded is great in a lot of decks. I just pitch stacked a 3 of Prismatic Conqueror, Jittery Bones, Rigor Mortis turn. Gravy can't be fatigued. All right, well, if you'll excuse me, I just gonna go out and land a 4-lane now. That's nice to know. No, I'm glad that you're able to like do that kind of stuff, Annabelle, but I hate that personally. Currently deciding between Mario and Cinder for my PQ. Well, Lazy Chicken, I hope we can help push you in the right direction tonight, one way or the other. I think Snatch is the worst chain ender for someone who blocked Chain Link 2 and 3. They actually cry. Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that's like one of the big reasons that it fits into this deck super, super well, Dave. 100% agree with you. You heard it here, folks. Lyeth definitely dead. Dog, get out of here. Get out of here, Ian. Best week 1 deck in every new format. Agree, very much so, Rocky. I'm curious to see how much equity Cindra gains over the next like 4 to 6 weeks throughout ProQuest season. And I'm curious to see where we feel like her spot is in the meta at Worlds based off of what hits LL or what doesn't. Because right now, I think Cindra has a good Kayo matchup. I think she got a good Florian matchup, a good Gravy matchup, a good Verdance matchup. And guys, when I say good, I mean, I'm talking like we get some points. I'm not saying it's a slam dunk. So like, please don't interpret it that way. In the sideboard, one of the things that the first place deck was doing, I cannot remember the gentleman's name, that was doing that I think is really, really cool, is there's a lot of utility blues. The Arcane Compliance, the Amulet of Echoes, the one of Warmonger's Diplomacy, the Authority of Ataya. All of these cards are really, really cool, and they fit in really well. Authority of Ataya is never a card I would have considered adding to my Cindra deck, but it seems like with so many defensive decks out there, that extra turn where you may struggle to push through some points, if you have a Verdance or a Florian or, any hero that plays defense that has like a Sink Below or a Rupon Carapace in their hand, or, God forbid they have 2 defense reactions, Authority of Ataya could be absolutely insane as a blue. So I think this fitting into the sideboard of the deck is actually like living in 2040, like big brain IQ play for the winner of Calling Shizuka. But this is a great blue in the sideboard, and just like this is a phenomenal tech piece. I have to admit, I was not expecting this to be very good. It did not jump out at me as this being a like Cinder card, but I really like what it's doing in the sideboard. I mean, yeah, Authority of Ataya is not good against Reduced to Rune Chant, sure. I was already planning on going to that event for the side events. Hope to see you there. Gamer, I hope I'm there as well. It could be fun. Her Gravy matchup is a slam dunk. I don't think Gravy is a slam dunk, to be honest. I think Gallo helps, and I think there's also other things that you can do. Rose said playing 3 Oath of Loyalty and Snatch is a choice. I agree. I'm pretty scared. I'm pretty scared knowing the way that I draw. The other card that really stood out to me is Base of the Mountain. I can only assume that this is for Volda. I don't know what else we would want Base of the Mountain for. Honestly, I have no idea why this is in the sideboard. I would assume that this is just better, Mask of the Pouncing Lynx would just be better in this spot. But I don't know. I'm open to being wrong if you guys know why Base of the Mountain is in the deck. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it has value into Victor, Bravo. I don't know. Victor just feels like one of the only real Guardians in the meta right now. I don't know. I'm open to being wrong about that. That is what I would call a choice. We are going to be in Comp CC. I was in regular Classic Constructed throughout the 24-hour stream, just because, it was 24 hours. It does get around Dominate, which is very good. Gravy matchup for Cinder is pretty close to 50-50. I very much agree with that, Lazy Chicken. Oh, yo, we're playing the Mirror against Silas. This should be fun. Do we want to be on Furnace to block? I doubt it, right? We probably just want to be on... This feels like this has to be an Amulet of Echoes matchup. This also feels like this has to be an Art of the Dragon Scale matchup. We're going first. Do we want to cut... You know what? Let's just play the 60 and see how it feels. I mean, Art of the Dragon Scale looks as good as it's going to get in this matchup, but let's try it and see. Yeah, no, Salas, I'm down, dude. Let's do it. I'm not super tired to know. Don't get me wrong. Yesterday I slept a ton, but I'm not super tired. I don't know. We'll see. What would we cut? Are there 2 blocks? A couple of 2 blocks we want to cut for Art of the... I don't know. Tonight's about testing the deck and seeing how it feels. This is a hand of all time. I have to invest some $400 into my Cinder deck. LOL. We could just pass an Arsenal to Snatch. Yeah, I don't know. This hand does not feel great. We're just going to pass an Arsenal to Snatch, I think. This hand's very awkward. Normally, I would want to, get super aggressive. Okay. I mean, this hand seems okay. We're probably going to end up blocking with Art of the Dragonfire. Yeah, we're probably going to block with Art of the Dragonfire. If we get Empowerment to Blaze Headlong, that would be insane. What's up, Gavin? We could have filtered our hand. That would have been pretty good. Yeah, we're definitely not blocking this. This is fine. I'm pretty content to block with the Empowerment as well. Because we get to go 4-4-4. Or we don't have to. I mean, we got away with blocking. That must be a defense reaction. It's got to be a shelter or something, right? You're right, Ian. This is not Lyeth. We're taking the night off from Lyeth. We probably should have just pitched 3 cards to filter on turn 0, which would have been fine. Do we want to play this first? We should play this first to see if we want to use the resource. And see, now we're going to use the resource. And this is fine. Silas is going to block the 3rd chain link, which does not bother me in any capacity to stop us from getting masked. Or he's not. That's also fine. Like, Silas is going to give card and flight path here, or he's going to give me the defense reaction he arsenaled. We've already used Flick, but Snatch is going to be very good at the end of the turn here. When I said Florian was a bad deck and that Cinder is the future, all right, I don't know if Florian's a bad deck. I think that might be a little crazy. I don't know if I'm on board with Cinder's bad or that Florian's bad, but Cinder does seem like she's in a good spot. No, Agroblaze is sitting live. LOL. I run one that all you got into Cinder and Gravy. I mean, this was a pretty good turn. Like, Silas giving us Mask enabled us to get pretty aggressive here. Yeah, Silas is going to block this one. I'm pretty content that we were able to push a 10-point life lead and take a card out of Silas's hand. That feels pretty good. We have a fealty, so now we can block Overcrowded for 3. We're going to take the 1. I love that Silas's hand is awkward and he has to pitch. Gain a resource or no? No? Okay. We're going to let this come through. We can never block Chain Link 2 when we're racing. We have to block Chain Link 3 and force Silas to flick. I assume Silas wants to flick here. I don't know what he's doing. I'm assuming he wants to undo to the flick, but we've already went too far. Yeah, he's gonna start over the turn, which is fine. I'm totally okay with this. Hear people talk so much crap against, but have to begrudgingly admit it wins. I mean, but so Carl, I think that's kind of the thing, is that it doesn't win that often. I mean, I still stand by the fact that one of my worst fears is that Cindra is going to be the best deck going into Worlds, and I'm going to have to play it. Because admittedly, I don't enjoy the deck that much. Like, it's fine. I like the theme of the deck, but I don't really enjoy its gameplay that much, if I'm just being entirely honest. So I get where people are coming from, but I guess like my counter argument is like people don't win with the deck that often. I don't know. At least that's always been my experience. All right, we're getting very lucky with Silas's hand so far. I hate that we're giving up flicks this early, but we need the resource here. We're going to make a second fealty token, which lines up very well. Also, us using the fealty on the Snatch means that we can flight path it here if Silas doesn't block. Yes, it has historically converted very poorly. Which is kind of what I'm talking about. Cindra... See, we're going to absolutely blow Silas out right here. This is going to feel so good. We're going to crack a fealty, and we're going to throw Snatch. So I'm automatically seeing why Snatch is insane. We'll get our daggers back. We're going to get them back like this because we love Martin. We like to run with our scissors facing inward. I always think of Martin, who I think's here hanging out with us. I think Sleepy probably kept Cindra down a lot. Changing back to Cindra, we're playing it because it won the event. I don't know that I would say we're changing back to Cindra. Like, we're drawing blues, so we're going to use it. It's fine. I'm content with just using the blues. We do not need the resource here. I would love to have like a Fire Tenant Strike first here. That would be insane. Cindra is the last minute homework deck, though. One of the reasons it converts poorly is because a lot of Cindra is just played as an easy pickup deck. That's okay. I don't hate that, Jay. Jay, I don't hate that at all. That actually makes a lot of sense that people would do that. It's an easy deck to play, so. Ka-chow, flick a dagger. Nope. Come in for 4. On your previous turn, is there a world where you consider flicking yourself if they had shelter in your hand or your whole turn is snuffed out? I'm not really thinking about it, Turtle, because I think we want every point we can get in a matchup like this. But your point is valid. Me flicking that early on a turn does signal to my opponent that I need the resource. So it's possible that I was supposed to do that. Joseph Felly, Jose Felly, thank you for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. It means a lot. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, don't get me wrong. The urge to play something close to Aurora is tempting. You're right. It is tempting. We're just gonna Arsenal the Fire Tenant Strike first and set up here. I'm okay with that. This does feel like Cindra light. I have a local who is a beast with Cindra. Really? I mean, not that that's like really surprising, to be honest. Like, Cinder is a very good deck. I don't know. Maybe we play Cinder at Worlds. I love doing that. Aurora was a lot of fun. That's true. The cut through does not have go again if that's the line we take. It is a risk that I had to take there because we wanted to push more damage. You'll end up with no dagger, but wouldn't it be better to attack with the dagger first than Lava Burst for Mask? I wanted to have one dagger so that we could make sure we have a starter for next turn. But if we're not worried about anything like that, then yes. Drawing into an empowerment's not bad. I mean, you have to block something or you're dead. We're just going to flick, put Silas to 4. I would say there's a world that, like, we could lose this game if Silas had, like, a crazy Wrath turn where he was able to throw, like, you know... What the heck? That was weird. Did I click? Oh, I hit pass an extra time like a boob. Silas was asking about wanting to rematch. He says he feel like he missed this one up early, which, like, I get. But yeah, I think I wanted a dagger for the next turn just to make sure we had a starter. I mean, if I can block, like, Art of the Dragon Blood and Mask to, like, stop Silas's Mask Draw, I probably will. Wait. Oh, I 100% can't believe Damien and Taylor did that. That's got Damien and Taylor written all over it, dog. All over it. We're going to block like this because... Oh, see, this is even better. I almost blocked with the chest, but I was like, no, we need the chest resource over Mask. One wrong block? Oh, sure. You mean like your opponent can lose the game off of one wrong block? Sure. He blocked with Wrath. He broke his will. Yes, I was, Michael. I was saying that. That was also... Wasn't that also like, I mean, right after Singapore was like in July, right? Or like August? I like one of those two. I mean, so it's like we have a whole new set since then, you know? Plus it's like week one of the meta. People are always trying things week one, you know? I mean, might as well just come in for 4. Sal's just gonna let this happen. Yeah, makes sense. One sec. Logging notes. I'm telling Silas just to hang on just a second, that I'm just like logging some notes here for us to get started. So we played against Cindra. We did go first. We did win. Had an awkward starter, but was able to recover with Silas having awkward hand. He didn't block early and gave me mask momentum, which put me ahead. Silas pitching a red to dagger on 2 different turns was big for me. We're going to take away some of this here. I think some of this is just me rambling a little bit too much here. The last time I played a Cinder game was when I was testing Cinder. It was in 629. So like right after Worlds, I guess. I guess right after Worlds. All right. So we are going to attack a little bit here. We're potentially giving Silas the ability to filter, but I can push through just some like damage that he can't prevent here on turn 0 with the brand. Or I'm sorry, with the brand and the Art of the Dragonfire. So we might as well just push damage. Plus I'm going to flick. Looks like his hand was fine. We're going to put Silas down to 37. We're going to use the advantage that we get from going first by having a hand that converts. And we're going to Arsenal Ronin Renegade so we have a starter. We might try to block 2 cards here since we have 2 blues. Hey, Jay, what's going on, buddy? Said that bit you guys had on Breaking Points about the last intervention was very funny. Carl, I'm glad you thought it was funny, because it definitely wasn't me having like a mental breakdown. We don't have a way to block 3 with overcrowded, so we are seeing it be a little clunky here. If there's a world where this is another 3, I'm just going to block overcrowded and flight path here, just to be able to play our hand out here. Hey, Leaks. We are indeed back to aggro blazing. Throw dagger's pretty solid here. I mean, depending on what Silas draws into. Pretty dang good draw. I don't think I should block 5. Am I supposed to block 5 and just pass? No, I don't think so. We get to push mask back. Headed to my first armory on Thursday. Just getting into Fad. Pretty excited about it. Yo, Blake, that's awesome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Flesh and Blood. Hope you have a blast playing at your armory on Thursday. That's super awesome. I love that for you, buddy. It was in the first place list. This is the first place from calling Shizuka list. So we're playing the exact 80 that they were playing. I wonder if Silas's hand is awkward. I'm going to put the fealty in play just so he has to think about it a little bit. All right, I guess not. Blocking with Wrath 2 games in a row. I'm so confused by this. Like, this is one of those cards that's worth arsenaling, in my opinion. So I'm very surprised to see that Silas is willing to give it up so early. It's aggressive. Okay. He's flicking here because he needs a resource. No? Or not. Just kidding. Maybe we're supposed to be on different cards in the mirror. It's very possible that in the mirror we're supposed to be on different stuff. That would make sense to me. If, like, in the mirror we're supposed to be on something that's not overcrowded. Like, maybe we play, like, Warmongers because it's always a 3-block. Yo, Full Blazing, what's up, dude? The kitchen table play has been pretty great so far. Excited to jump into the deep. Your content has been a great help. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means a whole bunch. Thank you. Unfortunately, we're not getting a lot of value out of the Art of the Dragon, whatever it's called. This one, Blood. Yeah. We're not getting a ton of value out of this one, unfortunately. Would like for this to hit. The mark is pretty effective here. Oh, I did not update the deck. I'm sorry, Dave. Hang on just a second, guys. I'll update the deck while we're sitting here. You know what? It's so funny. I was sitting there before my stream, and I was like, it feels like I forgot to do something. And I was like, what could it possibly be? Calling Shizuka Cindra. I don't know if Silas is listening or not, but he'll just have to hang on just a second. Okay, it's updated now on both YouTube and Twitch. So if you use !deck, it'll pull it up now, Dave. Sorry about that. Drawing Lava Burst is not bad.
Let's freaking go. You love to see it.
Yo. Razuberit the Deer? Really hope I said that right. Let's go. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. It means a lot. This is Cinder. We're playing Cinder tonight. Wyeth isn't in the bin. He's just not on stream tonight. Yo, for Blazing, pushing the likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Spreading Flames and 6 Blues main. I think 6 Blues is not enough if you're on Spreading Flames, right? Does Silas want us to Arsenal? I feel like Silas wants us to Arsenal. We're going to make a play that I feel like I've not made very often in the past. We're going to use the chest here to throw dagger. Because it's literally just 1 extra point. I feel like Silas is on Art of the Dragon Blood here, and he wants us to Arsenal, so I'm just going to skip past it. It could be a bait, but... shit. I'm all over the place right now. We're going to get our dagger back. Silas kept all 5 cards and gave up Mask pretty quickly. I'm pretty tempted to keep this hand. I'm pretty tempted to keep this hand. No, I get it. I get what you mean. Like, the idea of, like, attacking and blocking on some level is, like, an easy concept to, like, adjust your mind to. But I'm glad you just got into the game. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Glad you're enjoying the game. We're at 12, and Silas is going to have access to multiple cards this turn. So our turn right now is Fire Tenant Strike first. Flick Knives. Ooh, we're going to have to block with one of these, right? We get hit with a dagger there. We actually just get to shut off Mask right here. We could block with our own Mask to play around Ancestral. This turn does not feel that bad for us. We are potentially putting ourselves at risk of not being able to do a lot here, depending on how Silas plays this one. I was going to try and, like, set up a weird hand. We're going to crack the fealty for the Snatch so that it's 5 points. We want the extra point of damage. And honestly, I want to be able to Arsenal. We're not going to have a dagger, but... Alright, we need this hand to be good. We need to have a starter in this hand. I'm just blocking for value at this point. Like, if Silas wants to flick here, I don't care. It doesn't matter. There's no Mask on the board, so, like... I'm hoping we can just have a 3-card 11. Take 2, go to 3. Not having a dagger to flick is pretty bad. If we had a blue, we probably lose on the spot. 4-4-3 is pretty solid. Neither player have daggers, which is so bizarre. This requires at minimum a 3 block. This requires 1 more card. All right, I think, like, depending on what we draw, we're in a very good spot. Block Blaze Headlong, Ronin Renegade, Ignite, get our daggers back. Blood Runs Deep to win the game. We could also block with Flick Knives and go to 1, but I'd rather just play it safe, I think. I don't want to die to some random nonsense cheese. We like our scissors facing inward, thank you. I'm assuming the hesitation. Okay, I thought the hesitation was Silas conceding, but... All right. Well, Salas actually had a higher AVPT than us over the course of that game, which is interesting to like notice and kind of talk about. Back on Cindra. We're not necessarily back on Cindra. I'm just taking the advice of Taylor and Sam from the other night that I'm still playing and testing live pretty aggressively, but I'm also playing other things to keep my mind fresh and be prepared for other decks. Salas, I think you should test the list, dude. That list felt pretty good both of our games, but GG's, brother. Carl, thank you. Could have gone Ronin, Headlong, Blood Runs Deep, Buyback Digger, Dagger, Kill with Flick. Yeah, we could have, Kevin. There was a couple of different lines we could have taken with that hand, but I think the way we took it was the most conservative. There's no way for us to just get like cheesed for 1 point of value, which I don't think Ninja can do at instant speed, but just in case, right? These games are much faster than Lieth. Yo, Ace, thank you. Appreciate that. Back from the Waffle House? Lero, we are back from the Waffle House. So for anybody who missed it yesterday, the 24-hour stream ended. Carly and I immediately went to Waffle House. I brushed my teeth, then we went to Waffle House. And then got back, slept for 2.5 hours, woke up. Carly and I had some dinner, watched football, and laid around Sunday night. And then I went to sleep at 9 o'clock and slept 11 hours last night. When's the gravy train? Quinverse, I don't know about that. How have you played 2 games already? Welcome back to the aggro decks. You love to see it. You love to see it. Agreed, Electrum. 100% agreed. Waffle House was a dream yesterday. Whoever made the comment that Waffle House employees looked like that they looked so done, that I looked so done they were wondering if it was 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. was hilarious. That shit took me out yesterday. Let's see. So we played the Mirian. What led to us winning that game? Silas had a hand where he blocked Snatch at the end of a chain for 5, taking 2 cards, letting me keep... I think I was able to keep 4 cards. Letting me keep, or no, 3 cards? Yeah, letting me keep 4 cards on the following turn to take tempo. Was able to hit Mom once for big damage. The Lava Burst draw off of the Mask of Momentum was really good. I was kind of like mind gaming myself a little bit, I think, by being in a world where I was like, oh, like, by being in a world where I was like, oh, like Silas has the breaking point. He's trying to mind game us here. Oh, that's the whole thing. For anybody who's curious, we are playing the list that won calling Shizuka. Just like figured I hadn't played Cinder in a while. Just figured we'd play the list and see how it felt. This is a go second matchup. Oh, hey, it's Nick. I know that name anywhere. That name takes me out every time I see it, dog. Nick, best of luck to you, brother. Do we just want to try it with the main 60 again? Authority of Ataya is not going to be good. Breaking Point could have some value. Art of the Dragon Scale seems like it could be okay. They basically always have a Might token, so Overcrowded we're always at least blocked for 3, potentially more. Let's try the main 60 and see how it feels. The finals of the calling was insane. Yeah, Electrum, you do have a command now. Biggest change is how much longer the games are compared to Acilio. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Derek, whenever I go back and forth from like an aggro deck, I always feel like, oh my god. Like, I always feel that way. Turn on Warriors for PQ. Kasai has issues into Earth and not much else, and Fang relies on the high roll. I mean, I personally think that... Are we just blocking with Wrath because it's the 3 block? Like, we can just never block with this, right? I hate it. I hate it so much. I think we have to, right? I got it from the official TCG website, and I turned it into a February list. Like I just took the time to turn it into a February list this afternoon. Not the coochie monster. The finals was a very good game. We watched the whole calling on the 24-hour stream. We watched the whole calling on the 24-hour stream, and it was great. Yeah, there's a like if you are someone who's been hanging out in the chat for the last like year or two, pretty consistently, you now have a command in the chat. Like Dave has one, Electrum has one. We made one for Fabton. Yo, Fabton's got a command. If Fabton comes by and hangs out tonight, we'll get to show off his command. All right, so I'm very hopeful this is going to be the exact thing Dave was talking about earlier. Rose has a command. It doesn't work if you click on the list. I'm sorry. That's frustrating. So Nick's just giving us a card here. I mean, if we're able to end on this snatch and like draw an extra card, it would be insane. If Nick gives me fleshback here to slow me down, we just arsenal this and pass, right? Like there's an agility and a might in play. I guess having the overcrowded wouldn't be that good now, right? Having the overcrowded wouldn't be that good now. Wow. Okay. So Nick's got a blood rush. He has to have a blood rush. I don't think there's another like feasible thing. Our hand does not block, so we will not be blocking. Forever immortalized. I like that. I like that. I gotta be more consistent in my viewing. I mean, there's probably some people who like hang out regularly that like just don't like talk very often, so I'm never like aware of it. It's probably like also a big piece of it. And guys, like, please don't take it as like a bad thing. If you don't have a command, that is not like a negative thing. I just like, we were doing commands during a 24-hour stream the other night. I thought it would be fun to make some for the people who, like hang out all the time. We'll just go ahead and block here. There's not many things we need to block. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with lurking. Nothing wrong with lurking at all. We get to push a lot of breakpoints with this version of the deck, and I like that a lot. I am very worried. Actually, we're just going to use the resource, right? I'm so okay with this. It's crazy. I'm so okay with this. It's crazy. Yo, big hydrate from Liam. Been trying to be more on top of those lately, so we got a big hydrate for Liam right here. All right, well, we will flick here. Nick's already given us 2 cards, so we are going to do this. I guess now we have a fealty token. We could save the Art of the Dragon Blood if we wanted to. No, I think I'd rather push Mask. Like, this is just Mask. I'd rather do it. Your biggest hater gets a command, but I don't. Yo, who's my biggest Taylor? Oh, Taylor? Dude, we made that command a long time ago. Brick, what would you like your command to be? You've been around a while, Brick. What would you like your command to be? Yo, Donald, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate you getting everybody to like the stream. All right, we're going to get our daggers inward. I'm also a believer that getting our daggers inward has been good luck for us playing Cindra, so I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. What does this do? So this is literally just a 3 for 7. Okay, sure. We're gonna pitch display loyalty. Very interesting card to have in the list. I'm assuming Nick is like teching for PQ season. Is the idea behind it? I have won the mirror against the other Victor Guardian player at my locals, so I can claim something. Hey, let's go, Electrum. We're gonna flick both of these. I am gonna hit no on both of these. I mean, this is mask if it hits, so I got the daggers back the wrong way. We will gain a resource. Oh. Well, we can just set this up, I think. If there's something like a sin packing, it's going to feel a little bad, but I think we're up 5. Nick's out of equipment. We can just try to set up a 5-card hand. Maybe this is a never block matchup. I honestly don't know. Okay, just kidding. It's another Blood Rush. So we might just be giving up head and chest piece here to stay alive. We'll take 8, go to 8. We got to stay at 3. I think I'm okay with this. I think we get to push enough damage from this, plus the snatch at the end of the chain, because we have the Art of the Dragon. We have 2 brands in this hand. Now, it's worth noting we had the fealties regardless, but, like, we had the fealties regardless, but the brands are just insane here. First time I've seen challenge the alpha outside of limited. It's not even being used against a brute. It was, I mean, I think Nick is, like, teching his deck for, like, our local ProQuest. There'll probably be quite a few brutes there. Take 8, feel great. Listen, I'm all about a good rhyme now. I'm all about a good rhyme. Ooh, blocking with the 3rd Blood Rush. I kind of assumed that Nick would have tried to have greed there and keep it, just because I think most brute players would have done that, but Nick probably realizes that keeping 3 cards against my 5-card hand is improbable. Nick's just trying to keep 2 cards so he can throw a big number at me, I think. This coming in for 4 is backbreaking. Like, this is just so good. If Nick has a no block, he's dead. I mean, we're going to flick here for sure. Okay, he's got a Wild Ride. I mean, it was a 5-turn game where Nick played 2 Blood Rush Bellows, and, like, we still won. I think you're just seeing the power of this deck into, like, other aggro decks. Like, I don't know. Maybe Cinder's just the best pick week 1. I mean, that was kind of a clinic, to be honest. OG Kayo, we went 2nd. We did get the win. Nick played 2 BRB, and we still won. Chewing through his equipment on turn 2 was mega value. Flesh bag blocked snatch instead of getting value from my hand. was a big tempo swing. One of the things that I've noticed about being able to just not have to worry about flesh bag is such a big tempo swing for people. Three and 0 feels good to be back. Taylor trying to do anything to get me to not play Lyeth. Oh, I mean, I think ninjas in general just kind of like bully brute. Yo, look at all this. I love to see how full Talishar is. I remember at one point there was a time when Talishar's system was crashing, or their server, whatever it is, was crashing. I bet this is still a bad matchup. Michael, good luck, man. Their server was crashing because they had too many people playing, and I was like, man, what a cool thing, you know? All right, so this is definitely shelters. Overcrowdeds are insane. Do we want to cut? We need to cut something, like something that could clunk up our hand. So, like, what's a card that could be awkward? Art of the Dragon Blood could be weird. Oath of Loyalty. What if we do something like this? What if we do something like this? I'm thinking something like this to start with. And then I think we're going to trade in Art of the Dragon Scales for Art of the Dragon Fire in this matchup. Just being on these cards that, like, help us with what they're doing. Actually, this could be much better than the third Throw Dagger. I like where you're at. I like where you're at. Good call. Good call, Liam. Actually, we should be on this over the third Overcrowded. Yeah, that's insane. Let's try this and see how it feels. I almost just want to attack a little bit here and try to Arsenal a Blood Runs Deep. So I think we can go 3 into pitch Blood Runs Deep for Demonstrate Devotion, giving us a fealty token, which is pretty important. You're safer to keep starters. Okay. Jack, I'm not off Lyeth. During my intervention moment with Taylor and Sam during breakpoints this week, they were talking about, you know, like playing other things and preparing. And while I'm still on Lyeth and I'm still testing the hero to see if I like it or not, this hand, oh my god, this hand's insane. I am testing other things as well to make sure that I'm prepared as much as possible. So we're not off Lyeth. We're just also playing other things to, like, keep my mind fresh here. Like, this hand's just insane, right? Like, am I crazy, or is this hand just cracked? Yeah, so we're gonna take 2. We go to 31 off a Kiss of Death and Flick. Oh, there's no more reactions. A little bit of a clunker from Michael here. Okay. I have to think about the best way to play this hand. So it also depends on how Michael blocks, right? Because we want to go... I think we're going to pitch Authority of Ataya to play Wrath of Retribution. And then it's probably Dagger, Dagger, Blood Runs Deep. Get the daggers back. We are on the new Fabled. You have a vid that teaches a newbie how to use Talishar? I'm trying to learn it. It's confusing to me. So Shadow, I don't have a video that shows how to use Talishar, but that's not a bad idea. I might try to make something like that like where we could like show you and like demo how to use the Talishar UI. That's not a bad idea. Hey Josh, hey Zena. Like, I don't know that there is like a better hand other than like trading this out for like something else, right? Josh, I'm just testing other things. I'm still testing Lyeth. We're gonna stream Lyeth. I'm just playing other things in the background as well. That's for the rest of the turn, right? We do not need any resources this turn. This is for 2 on-hit mask. If Michael blocks this, it doesn't matter. If he does block it, it's fine. If he blocks it, mask is still active because of Flick Knives. We're going to attack with Display Loyalty because this also pushes mask. I mean, we're either going to take Michael's whole hand or get mask here. I would play Cinder if I wanted to play Ninja. Would also need to trade out a Brood. I mean, I get that. I think that there's a lot of people who do that. They like trade out of one class to get into a different class. I think that's a pretty common thing. I'm somebody who like hoards all of my cards, so I don't really ever like trade any of my cards. Admittedly, Carly hates it. Carly's like, you should sell your cards. And I'm like, yeah. Dragon Scalar Flight Path. We're going to attack with the same dagger again. And it's going to be for 4. I am going to leave 1 dagger in play. I mean, if this is a defense reaction, it still takes 2 cards out of Michael's hand, so I'm okay with that. Why did it move that dagger over? I don't like that it did that. Okay. I mean, we took 3 pieces of blocking equipment. We took 4 cards out of Michael's hand. We have a pretty solid hand setting up here. And we're up 3 life. So this is pretty good. I've stopped playing here that I liked, and I'll regret selling my binders were the singles. So Jay gets it. Carly, if you're listening, Jay gets it. Oh. I like to joke. Carly's just like, why would you keep this stuff if it's not doing anything? And I'm like, while you're right, I would like to keep all of my stuff because you never know. I mean, I keep all of my Guardian stuff because I just play Guardian all the time. Like, it's just like what my brain defaults to. But this comes in for 4. We just saw Leave No Witnesses pitched. And we're not very susceptible to Codex right now. So I think I'm just willing to Arsenal this Art of the Dragon Blood and set up here. I think that's fine. Okay, I didn't say that my logic wasn't flawed, okay? I just said that Jay gets it. I mean, I think we're just gonna have to let this happen. Okay. Oh my god, get juiced. This is insane. Blue, come on. Damn. I was like, dog, if we had a blue off this, that's insane. And Ice Wizard again? I don't know. It's better to have it and not need it than to not need it and not have it. Fair. Keep up with... I think that Lava Burst... What's happening? I think that Lava Burst is just more consistently better than Salta Wound. It also just kind of depends on like what your opponent's playing, right? Like that's also like kind of up for interpretation depending on like what the matchup is. We go first or second in this matchup. I think we went first, right? I'm pretty sure we went first. Yeah, because I think we. No, does anybody remember if we went first or second? We know there's a Ronin Renegade on top of the deck. We're just doing this to keep Mask momentum alive. We're not going to get to push through any damage, sadly, but this does potentially take another card out of Michael's hand. Combustion points? I think so. I'd have to look. Oh, are we one short? Never mind. Just kidding. I think so. I don't entirely remember if I'm being honest, but I think I have those. This hand's too good to block with. Bishop to Cinder was quick. So scrambles, I don't know. I mean, if you want the truth, I think it's too honest. I think it's way too early to be like picking a potential hero for Worlds. I'm taking Taylor and Sam's advice, and I am playing other things. I am not done. I am not done with Lyeth in any capacity. I might pin a message that says that. I'm just testing other heroes for Worlds, just to like for World/PQ season to see if like there's other things that I should be looking at. That's right. We did go first with a double Blood Runs Deep, where we played the Demonstrate Devotion. Flick this, put Michael to 8. No, I don't need a resource. Actually, is there a world I'm supposed to use the resource as a way to throw dagger? Having shelter's pretty good on top of the deck. I actually like that. You're the... Oh, yep. Yeah, I don't know if I have a full playset or not, but I know like I own at least 1 or 2. I think I own 4 because I think I was convinced when Uprising came out that it was going to be very good, and it ended up being a flop. But yeah, I think I have them. If you need them for something, Jay, just let me know. What are we codexing into? Is there any world we want to get Wrath? No. Oath is not that great. Blaze Headlong's probably just the best one. And then we discard the Shelter, and we go Fire Tenant, Blaze, Blaze, Cut Through. I mean, yeah. And like we can use like the Flick. We could probably block with the chest if we wanted to. Blaze is just the best one here. I mean, it's only 3, but... When are people bringing in D-Rex and Cinder, and what are you taking out? So I brought in Shelters in this matchup, and I trimmed. I cut 1 Empowerment. I cut 1 Art of the Dragon Blood, and I cut 1 Oath of Loyalty to try to make the deck more consistent. We could just block 3 if we wanted to. I mean, because they're just going to hit like... Oh, nice. I can't even play it. I mean, that's fine with me. Because we get to go 3, 4, 4, 4. because of the +1 from Fire Tenant Strike First. Yeah, they don't have a Leave No Witnesses, Monkey Trees. I wouldn't mind a strong Cinder game as practice. I mean, Derek, you want to play one after this, dog? I think that's a matchup that, like, is... the last time I played it, it was slightly Kasai favored, but it's been a minute. I don't remember, to be honest. Yeah, I'm definitely down to play one after Kasai. I mean, listen, I can use all the good reps I can get going into ProQuest season. I mean, I guess we're going to flick here. I don't want Michael to know that I have the cut through. And then it's 4 on hit mask, which means you're going to give me card and flick knives. Yeah, this is great. Is this until the end of... I mean, they don't have any cards, right? So it doesn't matter. Good reps. Oh, I'm out. Oh, dog, that's so funny. This hand's really, really good. Oh, we just played Ignite. Let's get value out of it. And we can flick for a resource on the Art of the Dragon scale here. She really is the worst best deck. I just drew 5-0 for 4s. Dog. This Cindra wishes she was Aurora, okay? Wishes she was Aurora. Technically, it's better to grab it there. We should grab the resource there because if there's a shelter... No, if there's a shelter, they're discarding it, so I guess it doesn't matter. This is the next card you play, right? Next attack. Yeah. So flick. Michael goes to 1. One for 5, looking good. So cutting the Art of the Dragon Fires, although I do think it is technically correct with Art of the Dragon scale. I mean, dude, the deck's just humming tonight. Like, we're kind of in a groove so far with the deck. The deck is just kind of rolling hot right now. This list, I do not remember the person's name who won, but man, their list is feeling very clean right now. This is it's making me want to play an aggro deck, guys. I won't lie to y'all. If you're coming to Jackson this Friday and you're bringing a deck, don't be surprised if Cindra's in my bag. I gotta buy an Authority of Atalia. I don't have one yet. I do not have one yet. Let's see. The one codex that Michael hit me with, there was not a copy of Leave No Witnesses in Graveyard. This allowed me to discard Shelter instead of attack this turn cycle. Gave me the tempo to close the game out. Okay. I mean, I guess Aggro Blaze is in the name, you know. We could just be aggro gaming ProQuest season. Who knows? Who knows? Every time I play Cinder, I wish it was Aurora. I felt that though. Yeah, getting a resource like on the attack would have been better. Atalia into 3D reacts was insane. Yeah, Michael, it seemed Atalia actually is like hot tech. Now, to be fair, it was like Atalia on a Wrath of Retribution turn, so like my hand was just crazy, right? Like that was a crazy good hand. All right, let's go. I think Derek and I are pretty sure Derek and I are friends on. Yes, we are friends on Discord. No? Am I crashing out or is Talishar lagging? Talishar's lagging? Alright, cool. Time to cash in some of that Grant, dog. We are not cashing in the Grant on cards. I did buy some stream upgrades that I'm going to try and get implemented over. There we go. Took a minute. Copy. Send the link to Derek. Derek, I just sent you the link whenever you are ready to play. I think we'll go second in this matchup. All right, Derek, good luck and have fun to you, buddy. I definitely think this is an authority matchup. I think this is a Art of the Dragon scale matchup. There will be way less tokens in play this time around, so we'll trade a blue out here. I don't know if we want shelters. Is this a... I can't believe he's buying an ASMR pack mic for pack opening videos. Are we supposed to like greed and play more one cost attacks here? Like, is this a world, like, do we cut an empowerment? Like, what if we cut an oath and an empowerment and like leave all this in? I'm kind of interested in trying this to see how it feels. I don't know. This is the calling winning deck list. Chang, we are not done with Lyeth by any stretch of the imagination. We're just playing other decks. Yo, we're getting Omega Juiced on turn 0. Eye and Nourishing. Sheesh. All right, we'll block 3. Well, that's one way to start a game, am I right? Am I right? I first heard about the Creator Grant. You and Lupin Fiasco were the two that I thought of, the most appropriate people to get it. I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very surprised to hear that John was not invited to that. Like invited to apply for that. John makes phenomenal content. Love John. He's great. He makes great content. He's a great guy. Know him from like, going to events and just like chatting and talking with him. John's really cool. So I was very, very surprised to hear that he was not invited to apply for that. Because I think I started making content before John, but we've always had channels that were like roughly the same size. So I don't know. It was just always surprising to me that he wasn't invited to apply. It was always very bizarre to me. And when I say that, I would like to clarify that just because like I feel that it was weird that John wasn't invited to apply doesn't mean that it takes away from all the people that were invited to apply and, all of the people that won, because, like there's a lot of great content creators out there. I think there's a lot of us that, work really hard to try and make sure that, you guys have content to enjoy throughout your days while you're making dinner, while you're at work, listening to stuff, like, whatever it is that you do, like, watch. I feel like there's a lot of us out there that really try to do our best to make sure that you have something to watch. This feels like no Bloxies all the way. Glad to see you survive the harrowing 24-hour stream. It is, I slept a lot last night. Chris. A lot. Thanks to everybody, by the way, who came out to the 24-hour stream. Like, everybody who come and, like, hung out. Yo, what? I mean, I guess it prevents damage. Everybody, like, came and, like, hung out and, like, just being there and chilling. Like, I appreciate it, Like, we had a lot of fun. So it was really cool that everybody come and hung out. After Sam and Taylor were telling you in your recent Breakpoints vid about the Lyeth, God, that was gold. Yeah, that was a very interesting video. It was a very interesting thing. I was like, really? Y'all decided to do this when I was live, huh? Y'all waited until I was live. Like, we did a live Breakpoints episode for everybody and to watch. And they did that nonsense while I was live. If you weren't there, you should go back and, like, read the chat. It was pretty funny, to be honest. was pretty funny to like see the chat. I think we'll just go ahead and do this so that we don't have to worry about it. If this gets blocked, we will hit the throw dagger. Hit the Quan! Isn't that a throwback for y'all? Twice, LMAO, it was so funny. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. We will not add a counter to this. We'll hit them with the 0 for 4. We're just gonna try and push some damage here. Just trying to get aggressive. Derek's done a good job of like setting up, playing good offense and defense here. Would like to see this push a little bit. There is some consideration to actually cutting the I have had some consideration to cutting Wrath of Retribution in this matchup. Yo, what? No. Shit. That's so obnoxious. I don't know why it just like skipped my arsenal. That's so annoying. No, that's so annoying. Did I flick here? I'm pretty sure I did. I flicked here, gained a resource, display loyalty, throw dagger. I love these utility blues. Like throw dagger is like a great example of just a phenomenal utility blue. And then Derek was willing to just take 7, which kind of surprised me. We're going to get both of our daggers back. Get them back like this, because we like to run with our scissors inside. Okay. Yeah, again, like you just kind of see this card being awkward, right? Like it's not really doing anything. We get to make a fealty, so I guess it attacks for 2. Dog, that's so bad. Doesn't even block for anything right now. This is so tough. This meta is both expected and unexpected. Kind of get that, to be honest. I kind of get that. I don't even want to, like, do we just Arsenal this? Oh, man, this is so bad. It's better to block 1, I guess. That feels so bad. I love pitching Authority of Ataya. This card is so cool. Card is like such a flavor win. So 24 hours next year again? I told Carly, I said, shoo, I don't know if I can do this anymore. We'll see how we feel next year. That's true. I guess it would have been better to Arsenal it and try to set up. Because we would have had the fealty. And we could have, like... We could have blocked 3 with it. Yeah, that makes sense.
You love to see
Yo,
it.
Days D, quadruple 1. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time or you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. And they are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. I would love to get to know more about you guys. I mean, Ataya's solely doing its job right here. Atai is solely doing its job right here. A 24-hour New Year stream? Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Now the drinking stream, we're gonna do the drinking stream. Don't worry about that. Like that's for sure. But like 24-hour New Year stream, sheesh. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. I think we're just gonna let this happen. It feels bad, but man, we would have been able to block for we would have been able to block for 4. Would have been so good. We're gonna lead on Ronin Renegade. Like this hand quite a bit. Alcohol poisoning live on stream. I don't think, I mean, the first year I spent the whole night throwing up. So like not last year, but year before last was the first year I ever did that. And I'd spent the whole night throwing up after that. Blocking with Kabuto is interesting. Blocking with Kabuto is very interesting. He doesn't have a problem. Oh. Yeah, last year I didn't throw up last year. Derek's gonna have to decide how he wants to play this. Hopefully this is a 2-card block. All right, getting 2 cards to force Derek to deny us Mask is awesome. Now, we only took a 4-point advantage here. The 2 Vigors like line up pretty well. Rabble, Blaze, Burning, Snatch. I mean, Draw Swords is kind of insane. Ew, that's not good. 6 into 2, so we take 8, go to 9, and then we get to get pretty aggressive here. 1 breakpoint's free, right? We can have like your very own Agroblaze branded trash can for live vomiting. I do have my own shot glass. We bought that last year. That was pretty cool. We do have our I do have like my own shot glass for the stream. It's pretty fun. Oh, Chang, it's not like a bad thing. Like I don't really know where this is coming from because I'm not like an alcoholic or anything. Like I don't I don't really know where this is coming from. But yeah, like we just yeah, like it's just fun because like, you know, like bringing in the new year, you know, like last year we did every 2 subscribers. I think it was every 2 subscribers. I took a shot last year. The first year it was every subscriber. Now to be fair, I was like a quarter of the size I am now, like on like YouTube and Twitch and stuff, but like, you know, last year it was like every 2. No, we'll save this for something else. I'm going to throw this for 4 because if they hit, there's another snatch on top, which means we'll give this go again. See, now this I like. Because we're going to flick. We're going to put Derek down to 8. We're going to get both of our daggers back. And then hopefully we have a chance to keep a 4-card hand. I don't like this. This is where Hot Streak looks really, really good. Gotta workshop that name. New episodes every Sunday. So true. This hand is so awkward. We can't block with Art of the Dragon Blood. Oh, man. Hang on. Hang on. I got to think about this one. We got to think about this one for a second. So, what if we give up Mask? Like, we can't block. Like, the only card that we can block with and not give up value, like give up tons of value here, is Empowerment. I get to go Oath of Loyalty, Flick, gain a resource, Dagger, Fealty Token, Snatch? Or are we supposed to Fealty Token Art of the Dragon Blood? Like, I don't think we're supposed to keep Mask here. Like, we want to deny the copper so that Derek can't just block with 3 cards or 2 cards next turn. We could if we wanted to. No, that doesn't work either. What if we blocked Oath of Loyalty and Momentum here? What if we blocked Oath of Loyalty and Momentum? No, we're giving up the copper if we do that, right? I'm kind of thinking that if we block Oath of Loyalty, I feel like I'm going to need this resource. I can go Fealty, Art of the Dragon Blood, Empowerment, see what we draw, Flick for a resource, Dagger, and then potentially Snatch. I think we're supposed to give up the copper here. We're going to give them 1 copper. We're going to go to 8. And then we're going to block with Mask. Wait, shit. Block. Like, resetting the Dynamos is so bad. I mean, let's try it like this. We've already committed to this line. Let's try it and see what happens. Let's try it and see what happens. Man. The clearing the dagger, like the clearing Dynamos is what scares me. Clearing Dynamos is what was scary about the line that we took. Are we supposed to go Dagger, Dagger, Snatch? I think that's better than arsenaling this, right? No D-React, please. No D-React, please. This was not Draconic, so I can't give this go again. Oh my god, this hand's insane. Take 4, go to 4. We have to think about this one for a second.
Go. You love to see it.
Yo, Boulain, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. So this could potentially be 6, which means I have to block. I either have to block. Like, what if we blocked Art of the Dragon Blood and went Oath, Ronin, Display into this? We've only seen one in the swing, I'm pretty sure. If it's Blade Flurry, we can block with a 2 block and go to 1. We could live on the edge and say no blocks, but Derek went to 2 for this. I don't think that's correct. I think we're supposed to block like this and go 4, 3, 3, 4, 5 with a flick. Derek can literally take 0 damage here. If he has a D-React and he baited me into... No, he doesn't have a D-React. There's no shot, right? If he does have a D-React, he's living in 2050 with his play. Wow. Well played. Well played, Derek. I would have assumed he would have given me the Fate Foreseen on the Snatch. Well played. There's no reason not to block with Art of the Dragon here since opponent is dead in 2 turns from flicks. I mean, yeah, we just have to be alive in 2 turns. This eats a card. This eats a card. This eats the last 2 cards. And then we win with flick next turn. If there's another D-React, I guess there's like a question here. So this is all about like, what do they draw? Have we seen a shelter yet? I have to assume we're on sinks and shelters. Now, are we playing around Blade Flurry? He could have drawn the D-React off the gold. This could just be nothing. Like, we could be like... I don't think we can give flick here, right? Because if we're going to block this at all, we have to block the next thing because of in the swing. I think we have to keep flick. I have no idea. And I think we're just going to flick here and see if we get there. Derek said GG. I didn't know if we were going to get there or not. Is Derek on shelters? Derek is not on shelters. He's on fates and sinks. I wonder if that's by choice to like try and like turn through his deck faster. That was a very close game. Yeah, no shelter one time was like that whole last turn. Now, we played correctly because we played around the Blade Flurry and the in the swing, so I think we played the best possible game there at the end. I don't think we were ever in a situation where we had this hope that it wasn't there. We went second against... Did we go first? I think we went second. I think we won the die roll and went second by choice. We did get a win. Played around in the swing and Blade Flurry late. Ended up staying alive on Blade Flurry turn. Didn't need to no block to stay in it. Flick Knives was enough. Derek not on shelters. I think noting that Derek was not on shelters is important there. Now there'll probably be more Kasai's that aren't, but like still. 5-0 Ninja sounds like aggro blazing to me. I mean, yeah, so keeping the flick, like we were just blocking with the 3 blocks there, right? Like blocking with the 3 blocks to stay alive was the better play because we were blocking with the 3 blocks. Like we were just blocking with the 3 blocks there for like value to play around the blood runs deep later in the like at the end of the game there. Yeah, Demonstrate Devotion costs 1, unfortunately. If we had given Flick, we actually would have died, right? Because... Oh, no, it was Blade Flurry. So... if we give Flick, we're at 4, that's coming in for 2. Blade Flurry puts us to 1. And then there's no second swing because it doesn't have go again. And then our turn is fire. No, it's dagger. We would have pitched both of our... We would have pitched Fire Tenant Strike first. And we would have pitched Demonstrate Devotion. No, we wouldn't have blocked with anything, right? Because we had all of our cards. Which means we Fire Tenant Strike first. No, we pitch Fire Tenant Strike first to dagger. Pitch Blood Runs Deep to the other dagger. Or, I'm sorry, to Demonstrate Devotion. And then we play Blood Runs Deep. Dude, if you want to play Florian into me, dude, let's do it. I haven't played against Florian in a long time. Guys, while we're here and while we're hanging out, let's take a minute to talk about a couple things. In the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you probably noticed there is a thing talking about the Green Tree Sports Card 10K coming up beginning in November. Make sure you check that out. Exclamation point gsc10k. It's on the stream title to get all the info and all the details about that event. It is I think it's the last weekend of ProQuest or next to last weekend of ProQuest. So maybe you already won a ProQuest. Go check that out event. It'll be really cool. I think I'm gonna be there. I'm not 100% sure. Are we still in a private game? I don't think I ever changed it to public. No wonder we were just sitting there. But yeah, so make sure you check that out. It's gonna be a really cool event. It's in the Pittsburgh area. Oh, we got a Florian. It's gonna be a really cool event. I think I'm going. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm going. So should be really cool. There's some great prizes. There's an LL event on Sunday. That is a 1.5K or 2.5K, and then there's a 10K on Saturday that is CC. So make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you come see me in Jackson, Tennessee this weekend. I'm gonna be there hanging out, and gonna be just gonna be there hanging out and chilling. This weekend at the Fall Festival at Canada Collectible Games. So make sure you come check that out this weekend. Which matches should I use the vase for? Pedro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm still kind of working through that right now. I haven't played a lot of Cinder in a while, so I'm not 100% sure. This card's been insane tonight. We'll cut Wrath in this matchup. We're gonna cut an Overcrowded. I don't like Wrath because we're playing the Valiant Dynamo dagger in this matchup. Playing the extra blue. What do we want to be on? Breaking Point? Breaking Point seems fine. Bring in Authority of Ataya, cut Wrath, and add in Breaking Point. I can get behind that. We'll see how it feels. Kunai of Retribution, Bram with Cinderclaw, Art of the Dragonfire, get it back, Arsenal Breaking Point. Deal. Twist of my arm. I like the claw. The claw over breaking point. I'm not sure what you mean by claw. Yo, Andy, this was the one from the this is the Cindra list from calling Shizuka that won this weekend. Arcane compliance is kind of interesting though. Cindra treating you well for how much you bad mather? I mean, that's true. You're right about that, Annabelle. You're right about that. Cindra is treating me well for how much I badmouth her. And I stand by everything I've said. Until she proves me wrong, I'm gonna believe she's a good week 1 deck. And that's where I stand with it. We were able to push through 3 points of damage there, so that's kind of cool. My god, this hand's dog water. I mean, this hand does like none of the things we want it to. Are we just blocking 8 and then throwing Oath of Loyalty? Hey, what's up, Slip? Oh, Art of the Dragon Scale? It could have been better. Yeah, if we had a fealty, I might try to like make something happen. But I think we'll just take 1 and throw Oath. I hate that we give them a lot of tempo with CMH in play, but hey, let's go. My man's not working today. You'll love to see it, Slip. Mello, what's up, dude? And it's Cindra, Verdance, Florian all taking events. Surprise, no gravy. I mean, I'd be curious to know how many gravies were close to winning events. Like, gravy always converts to top 8 well, but like doesn't always necessarily like win events. Oath of Loyalty, Display Loyalty, Arsenal Fire Tenant. Seems okay. Because I already had an Arsenal, it didn't matter. I mean, I guess technically, like when it doesn't matter, it's just better to throw the better value play there. Sure. I get what you're saying. Get what you're saying, Annabelle. Like the snatch and the snatch and the Oath of Loyalty were the same thing. Yeah, this is what this is for. We can block 3. It's a little awkward. Do we need the blue to make this work? Feels like the answer is yes. Feels like the answer is yes. Just gonna start with 1, see what happens. Crashes the boards, you love to see it. 3. No reason to flick here. I'd rather push 3 breakpoints in a row. Make this a little awkward for Florian. I'm not off Lyeth, guys. I am taking some of my friends' advice. We are keeping our options open for other decks. There's something to be said for just going 4-4-4. I mean, this variation of the deck definitely has more fours than anything else. We talked earlier in the stream about how I wasn't entirely sure what we wanted Base of the Mountain for. This is a matchup where I would play Mask of the Pouncing Lynx if I had it in the deck. Like every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Taylor told him to never play Goliath again. It's over, boys. Y'all are ridiculous. This version definitely feels like more like Aurora than any other variation of the deck I've ever played. We can just attack with this, right? It's just free. It doesn't break. The rare mode of attacking. Yeah, sure. It's enable chat. I have no idea who we're playing against, but they want to chat. I have not played Gravy Bones tonight. We've not run into one. I've not been seeing Gravy Bones on Talishar a lot. It's the text on Kunai that breaks it. Claw doesn't break when it attacks. Opponent's asking why my Claw of Vincerikai didn't go to the graveyard. I was just explaining it to them. It is a very confusing interaction if you've never run into it before. You've played 5 full Cinder games. Are we just blocking? Like, this kind of feels like we're supposed to put Blood Runs Deep on the bottom and just... We're giving up the fealty tokens, which is kind of awkward. What do you think is the low conversion rate for Kayo? Oh, like, why do I think that? Sam and Taylor explained it very well on Breakpoints that, like, it's just... The deck has a lot of 3-cost cards in it, not 2-cost cards, so it's a little awkward sometimes. Like, I honestly have no idea. Like, I don't want to lose the fealty tokens. They're very important. What if we were to put Blood Runs Deep on the bottom, block Empowerment, and Lava Burst? What if we were to block Lava Burst and Arsenal the Empowerment to try and help us push Mask? No, I think we're going to do this. We're actually going to get 5 value out of this turn, which is weird. We're going to flick our Kunai. We're going to gain a resource, and we're going to attack with Claw. I want to get as much value out of my cards as I can, and I think that just getting aggressive with the dagger here is correct. It's weird because, like, we don't have a Kunai, so technically we have no starter in play, but we could use the second counter to get back the other dagger, but... Yeah, we'll go to 22. That's a lot of damage. Our opponent's drawing very aggressive hands. I think our hand's just too good. We're just going to block here and take 7. I didn't see Ataya until link 3. Swapped one Bastion in to get all the ally creation cards out of the deck. Should have held it. Oh, yeah, dude. So the Bastion's, like, really cool. I actually kind of like that a lot. We're definitely not able to flick here. We are going to get both of our daggers back. People keep saying this is a good matchup, and, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't see it. I don't understand it. I keep being told over and over and over again that this is a favored matchup. I feel like this was such a 50-50 game when I played like in June when I played against this deck. I don't think my opponent understood that, like, I had to. I don't think my opponent understood that I had to do it that way. I mean, like, see, like, this is like my opponent's throwing like a lot of damage. Like, I don't understand why we think this is a good matchup.
Go. You love to see it.
I don't know. Hey, Florian, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Like, am I supposed to block 5? Or, like, do we block 3, take 5, and then go 3, 3, 4? I don't know. Like, this matchup just feels cursed. Did I really flick myself? That's funny. Colin, I'm not really considering Cindra for anything. I'm taking Taylor and Sam's advice, and I'm playing decks that aren't Lyeth. I'm just playing decks that aren't Lyeth. Like, I'm still playing Lyeth and I'm still testing Lyeth, but I'm also playing other decks to make sure that I'm the most prepared I can be. Like, man, is this just the way the deck's configured now? I feel like the deck you didn't used to be this fast, but like now I feel like I'm just struggling to stay alive. You should play some Vincent. I don't know about that now. Josh, what advice are you specifically referring to? Well, that's going to be pretty bad. Because I need the flick to gain the resource. Dog, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, I guess we're just getting both of our daggers back. I feel like we need to get both of our daggers back here. You know, Lyeth had daggers. Did I speak wrong? Jesus. This is probably the most offensive version of the deck I've played against yet. I don't know. That game did not feel good. And like our opponent still had their headpiece there. So like I don't know. Like I'm not really sure. We went first. We did lose. Felt like I was losing value and getting outraced every single turn. Blocking on felling turns is a must. Block red tilling. I'm just putting a question mark there. Review for better turns later. All right, that was one of those games that like we didn't see a Taya, which I don't think we should be like completely relying on, but like that did not feel like a good game. Like that's about how every game feels when I play this deck. So let's try Art of the Dragon Scale. It was something that Art of the Dragon Scale was something that Rose suggested over Breaking Point. Let's try it and see how it feels. My opponent said that they think I'm blocking too much. What is happening? That was so weird. I mean, I felt like I need to block. Like some of these fellings and stuff, I think I need to block. Wonder why they banned Bonds but decided to Germinate. Neverbloom isn't a problem. I think this hand has potential to be good. He didn't high roll, but you didn't have a juicy turn. I mean, we didn't have a very good turn, no, but I don't know. You're just not always going to have great turns, you know? This turn's kind of clunky. Like, the blood runs deep doesn't line up very well. There's not really a lot going on here that we want to be doing. We are going to flick the kunai. I mean, not being able to get it back this turn could be weird. Is there a world I'm supposed to gain a resource? I think I am, right? Because I'm supposed to go blood runs deep. Let's get aggressive and get our daggers back. I don't know. I really have a good time playing against Cindra. Always one of my worst matchups. Hey, Samuel, what's up, buddy? Listen, I enjoy blocking as much as the next guy, but I think we have to block in this matchup. Like, there are just turns you have to block. I've played this matchup too many times. If you don't block felling, you will just lose the game. It's too much raw value. To prep for Philly, Everbloom Germinate does not come up as much as people think. A lot of times it's just a blue that's dead in our hands. Oh, sure. I mean, I definitely think there's a lot of turns where, like, I think there's a lot of games where it's a 3-block, right? Or like it blocks well with, like, you know, the chest, which is fine. Like, I don't hate that. I think we are required to block in this. I don't know. Does it, like, is there anybody who plays a lot of Cindra that has seen success just saying F it, we ball, no blocks on every single thing Florian does? Because if you have, like, I'm open to it. It just seems so intuitively wrong to me. I mean, now we get to make a fealty and get all of our daggers back for no value. So unless it disrupts your on hits, just YOLO it. Man, I don't know. You have to block? Are you saying I'll die if I YOLO it, Rose? Is that what you're saying? So yeah, we might as well. We're gonna put Fire Tenant Strike first on the bottom. We're gonna block Oath, and we're gonna go Oath, Fealty, Snatch. Isn't the whole point of Cinder to just turn your brain off and just attack? I think people would like for you to believe that, but I actually don't think that's how you're supposed to play Cindra. I actually firmly believe that like Cinder is just like any other deck. It requires you to take the best mathematical turns every time. And yeah, sometimes there are just turns where it's just like dirt, 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 dirt. Like when we drew the like the hand earlier where we drew the Ataya and the Wrath of Retribution against Michael. Like, yeah, that was a just like, yeah, like F it, we ball, bring it, dog. Like kind of hand, you know? Okay. I mean, it's moderately obnoxious, but there's 3 of those a game we got to get through, right? Tab is much more nuanced than that is exactly how I feel about it. There's 2 points of prevention left. Excuse me. We are going to arsenal the overcrowded kind of as like a D-react. The Claw of Vincerica is very good. Very good in this matchup, Foxy. But attack for 4. If you're playing less than 4 chain links, the Mask of Momentum is just a Blade Break 2. I am inclined to agree with you. Dav? That like I think Mask of the Pouncing Lynx is better in this matchup. Okay. That was just a mistake in my opinion. Now, I know that we talked about wanting to just like use this, but we're getting ready to make it like a display loyalty token, which means we should hang on to this. We're going to block here. Yeah, Lynx is not in the deck. Bring back Stubbies? Yo. I agree. Without like Stubbies or Art of War or some ridiculously broken card, I don't think that's really a viable option. I agree. Very much so. All right. Art of War is in. I don't know about that. I think we might be reaching a little bit too much into the bag here. Display loyalty makes a fealty token. I mean, technically this attacks for 3 now, right? This attacks for 3. It's a blue 3 attack. I was very surprised to find that they did not have links in the deck at all. I was very surprised to find that they did not have links in the deck at all. Aww. Oh, that's the second time Plow Under's just gotten very, very good value here. They're catching us very quickly. Like, we were up quite a bit on life, and it's no longer going that way anymore. Sag. Florian is a literal lunch matchup for like half of the B tier heroes. It's so sad. Not even worth playing, it feels. You're saying that you feel like Florian's not worth playing? Is that what you mean, Mello? I mean, 2 shelters in 6 turns is like not crazy to me. Okay. We're just flicking the dagger here so that we can get it back because we'd rather have it for next turn. What if we take 3 and Arsenal the Lava Burst? We go Rabble, Crack, Fealty, Art of the Dragon Scale. Oh, you're saying like playing half the B tier heroes into Florian is miserable? I think setting up is fine here. It's not a very impactful turn. Wow. 6 blues in the whole deck. Feels pretty bad. Yeah, I wouldn't block either. God, having ancestral empowerment would be backbreaking right here. We're probably just blocking here and ending on the lava burst. We don't really have a way to set this up. We could go to 8 and just try to like snap and get uber aggressive here. It's probably better, right? I think this is like probably our final big push. Are we supposed to lead here? Probably, right? I mean, drawing into the demonstrate devotion. Cinder's the truth. Worth more to Arsenal an extra card than block 3. I agree. Does Phil it's Florian? I don't think Jarl of Verdance are too bad for the new heroes. I mean, if Verdance can stack, it's just insane, right? Like, if Verdance can stack, it's just crazy. Which, like, I think is actually, like... I think stacking pot combo is easier than, like, pitch stack Kano. I think it's easier than that, you know? Like, if you gave me Verdance and asked me to, like, pitch stack it against, like Victor, I probably could. Probably. I don't know. Maybe that's my ego talking. There's been one felling played, one felling and 2 plows for good value. So Ted, it's funny that you bring that up because we were just discussing this, and it's like everybody keeps telling me this is a good matchup, but I don't feel like this is a good matchup. Like, even when I played this, like, you know, like at like nationals, I didn't feel like this was a good matchup, but everybody keeps telling me it is. And maybe that first game was just like a feels bad, you know? It's very possible that first game was just like a feels bad moment. We're gonna get both of our daggers back. We're just gonna go ahead and come in with the lava burst. Oh, so there's 2 fellings gone. They were forced to block with a felling. Okay. I'm not really sure what it's dependent on, Ted. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't know what it's dependent on. I just know that everybody tells me it feels good, and then when I play it, I don't feel that way. My opponent's asking if the direct damage from Art of the Dragonfire counts as like towards mask momentum, and it does not. So I was just informing them that it does not count towards mask momentum. No blue here, man. Feels like you should have blocked 3, right? I feel like being at 6. This says the next Draconic card. Which matters. Very much. Base of the Mountain's very interesting, Nick. We haven't had a chance to try it yet. This is just the list from Shizuka. Base of the Mountain is pretty spicy. We haven't had a chance to play it yet tonight, though, Nick, if I'm being 100% honest. I look at numbers and get confused because I feel miserable in this matchup with Cindra. Yeah, I have to make sure we play this correctly, but we should just win here. Especially now. Because we get to Flick, Clav, and Sarakai. Damn. Wait, am I supposed to respond, actually? I think I need to respond to this, right? I think it's still okay. I think it's still okay. Doing the throws in response is fine. What's happening? This is so weird. I don't like... We'll still get to draw 2 cards and they go to 1. It's been a very weird turn. Okay, empowerment, because we need to draw the card. We're going to flick. We're going to pass to them. They're going to discard Shelter in response. We're going to throw Dagger, Claw of Vincerikai. We have not played a Draconic card or activated a Draconic effect. We do not need the resource from the chest. And I think we win. Block with a 3 block. I mean, I guess technically we don't win. Well, no. We do win. Yeah, they block 3. And then snatch. We should have used the resource to get our daggers back here. Yeah, that was all right. How do you make a heart? It's been too long. My opponent said, rep Victor for us, King. That's funny. I mean, we won that game, but admittedly, they only played 1 plow the whole game over 8 turns. Now, they did see all 3 shelters. I don't know. All right, so we ended up getting a win. Op only played 1 felling, double throw dagger in response to Shelter, drew us into the winning hand. Probably should have blocked Lava Burst instead of throwing Blade at me for 3. I'm convinced they should have played it out that way, but I don't know. I'm always open to being wrong about things. All right, good win. 9:30. We got time for at least 1 more. We might have time for 2 more, depending on how the night goes. All right. This should be an interesting matchup. They are a value-oriented deck. Authority of Ataya is probably better than a 1 of Overcrowded. I don't think Shelter is 1 of B. I do feel like the matchup is very 50-50, and I think I lose more to Florian than I win because I get in my head about the matchup. Do we want to be on Breaking Points or like Shelters? Do we want to be on Art of the Dragon scale? Let's try it with Authority. This feels like a main deck 60 matchup. This feels like a main 60 matchup to me. We can push quite a bit of damage here. They're on Tunic, so they are on the Ethan Pummel list, I imagine. At least that's what I'm imagining. I don't know for sure. I have 0 interest in trying to push Mask. We're just making sure that they get below us in life. And then we're going to go Blood Runs Deep. We're going to flick both of our daggers. We're then going to activate Cinder, flick 1 of our daggers in Arsenal Blood Runs Deep. Or I'm sorry, Burning Blade Dance. We could try to I don't know, like throw this and get some value, but I don't really see the reason. They reveal a card. They're going to get the old switcheroo. They're just looking for a blue, I guess. All right, let's put our opponent down to 36. Putting them to 36 seems pretty solid here. And we're going to set up with a Burning Blade Dance. All right, this hand's pretty solid. Already better than Gold Main? LOL, Josh. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys chilling while we are playing games and practicing Cindra from Shizuka. By the way, after the stream, I think Damien on the Card Guys is streaming RKO. If you are interested in watching that after we're done. Or, I mean, if you guys want to watch that now, like, that's fine too. I hate to say that because it sounds weird. It sounds like I'm trying to, like, push you away from the stream. I'm not. Like, I would never do this, something like that. But, you know. But you're also not, like, you know, forced to sit here and watch me. Why would I not want to mention the Card Guys in streaming? I don't understand, Annabelle. And I think this hand's fine. We can just, like, arsenal the Fire Tenant Strike first. Oh, I mean, Damien's name is normally very different, so I doubt it's them stream sniping me. I mean, it could be. Could be. You never know. Taylor and them could be sitting over there having fun. Fine, we'll leave. We get it. You don't want us here? Kyle, I'm glad you read between the lines. I'm kidding. I want all of you guys here. I mean, the RKO deck is cool. At least I think that's tonight. Am I wrong? I would feel so bad if I'm wrong. Hang on, let me look and see if they're live or not right now. Yeah, no, Damien's playing RKO. He probably just started a little bit ago, to be honest, so... Again, like, you know, would love for you guys to be here and hang out, but Damien's a great streamer. I think you're a gold main. Let's go, Bill. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Got to be able to spot signs like that. Got to be able to, like, think on your feet, huh? Obviously, we wanted them to take the Fire Tenant Strike first there. But, you know, beggars and choosers and all that. So now we're just in a spot where it would have just been, like, objectively better for... I think we're about to get hit with a Mocking Blow. I mean, they're going to go back to 38. There's not really a lot we can do. That Flesh Bag was actually really good. Okay. To think they do it twice. We played New Kayo and Tough Nut on the stream. I mean, they're cool. Like, New Kayo actually has a lot of legs, in my opinion. Like, New Kayo actually seems pretty good. Florian's probably New Kayo's biggest issue. At least that's like what a lot of people that I know are playing New Kayo are saying. I haven't played enough of New Kayo to know for sure, but the people I know are saying that's what they're saying. Tough Nut seems cool, but I don't really know if there's like enough value there to warrant playing it. I love that Fiddler's Green is in so many decks now. New Kayo is a fair assassin. Actually, I'm sorry, opponent. We're supposed to flick there. Because we have the empowerment, and we have 2 daggers up, we're supposed to flick. The snatch off the top of the deck's actually not going to help us. They just don't know that. I mean, yeah, one of Fiddler and Gravy is actually not bad. It's actually not bad at all. Did we go first or second in this matchup? I think we went first, right? Yeah, I think we went first. Are we supposed to throw the... Well, they don't have Command and Conquer, or they don't have a blue. They would have kept that. Red Mocking Blows actually stonks here. Ooh, there is not a way to give this go again. So we're going to need a good hit off the top. We're getting outvalued, but we are tearing through their equipment right now, which is good. The art on Fiddlers is really cool, and I'm also very glad that it comes in EA. I mean, personally, I just like having the EAs for my Lyeth deck, but you know, that's just me greedmongering. This should be a pretty good pivot turn for us to really start pushing tempo, I think. Like, I really want them to block here. They won't. There's no world they should block here, but I want them to. Oh, dude, your store never got Gym Pack 2? Oh, that sucks, Kyle. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, also, I'm not gonna lie, shame on all of you, dude. Look at this shirt. How have none of you said anything about this shirt? Shame on all of you. All of you. This shirt is baller. Carly bought this for me and it came in today, and I've been very excited to wear it. Should have been a Prism player. I don't know about that now. Actually, that's wrong. It's this display loyalty cut through. They're gonna block with Fiddler's Green and something else. Covered in sandwiches before? Yo, you're about to start a fight. Zach's covered in wieners. Amazing. You all crack me up so much, I swear. Zach's covered in wieners. Oh, you may not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like. I love that TikTok so much. I in no way actually feel that way about myself, just to clarify. Although that dude on rollerblades in that video was like baller. What is a hot dog if not a sandwich? It's a hot dog. It lives in its own world. I've been around for a while, and I've always heard you ask other people their favorite hot dog toppings. Yours? Oh, dude. Okay. My favorite hot dog toppings. I like a good chili dog, or I am a ketchup, mustard, and mayo kind of person. There's not much in the middle for me. I either like a good chili. Is there any world that we crack the fealty here? There's no world that cracking fealty is correct here, right? I mean, I do like the idea of having an arsenal, but like... You want Watt to be the peak, Wesley. This is another Mocking Blow. It feels so bad. I was cooking with the hot dog toppings till I said mayo. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Most people don't like mayo, but I'm a pretty big fan of mayo. Hot dogs are tacos? I'm kind of here for that. I kind of don't hate that, like low-key. I mean, we would have drawn into a lava burst arsenal. Mayo is wild. Oh, man. Oh. Just gonna let 4 crash through. Dealio. Ignite. We have no responses. The people have spoken. Viva la resistance. Tortillas are just flatbread. Why do tacos specifically imply tortillas? Like, what about hard shell tacos? Those aren't tortillas, are they? Like, those aren't, like, tortillas are like that's not a, like, man, I don't know, Rob. I feel like on the first one, like, sure. Like, I kind of hear what you're saying on the first one, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like on the tortilla thing, you're reaching a little bit, dog. More than that, and I take a turn off for fun. I mean, there are definitely turns when I take a turn off into Tough Nut, depending on like what they have and stuff. I think we just throw Lava Burst. Flick, get the dagger back, and Arsenal to snatch. I don't know. It's turn 5. We've only seen one CNC. We should just wait, right? Like, we should just be patient. Setting up a snatch in Arsenal is fine. Are hard shell tacos tortillas? I'm not trolling. I'm genuinely asking. Something tells me I'm sounding real stupid right now. Something tells me I'm sounding real stupid right now. Real stupid. Sometimes I just put peanut butter and jelly in a tortilla. Actually, doesn't sound bad. Sometimes I slap a dollop of mayo on my hot dog. I love that you use the word dollop. Like, the fact that you use the word dollop makes me so happy. They're actually deep-fried tortillas. I'm trying to figure out how I didn't know that. I'm like on God trying to figure out how I didn't know that. Okay, what? Pop-Tarts are ravioli. Ravioli. You have perplexed my brain with this one. You win this one for the time being. You win this one for the time being. Is this a food stream now? I mean, what's wrong if this is a food stream? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the idea of us having a food stream. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but like, I like food. I enjoy talking about it. I think we should like have these conversations more often. Should we get a resource here? The answer's just no, right? We're gonna crack a fealty and throw a snatch from Arsenal. We're gonna give it go again, and we're gonna throw a snatch from hand after they block it. Card and Apex, please. Card and Apex, please. What is mukbang? What? Pop-Tarts are ravioli. How about a cooking stream? I mean, dog, if y'all would come hang out, I'd do a cooking stream. Like, you twisted my arm. Yeah, give this bad boy go again. I'm bothered zero by this, dog. We're also about to put mask and snatch on the chain again. Cereal being soup checks out. I mean, honestly, it kind of does. I don't like that it does, because it implies that I eat soup almost every night. Yes, I'm also telling you all that I eat cereal almost every night of my life, because I do. I love cereal. I'm a big cereal fanatic. Okay, so our opponent goes to 11. We're going to draw 2. Yay. Oh my god. Let's start by pitching Authority of Italia, just in case it's good, right? Cheerio Guzzler. Dog, what? Where do y'all come up with this shit? You did not just hit me with Cheerio Guzzler. Oh my god. Dog, that's too good. Cheerio Guzzler. This hand is something else. This hand is something else. It's a hot dog sandwich? No, it's a taco. We determined earlier it's a taco. Well, it sounds like some of us are still very on the fence about this. Some people think that if we say it's a taco, it implies tortillas. Like, show of hands, who thinks that hot dogs can't be tacos because it implies tortillas? I mean, I don't know. I think it's both. Okay. All right. Well, all 3 throw daggers is kind of bananas. I guess we're going to Arsenal the Oath of Loyalty. It's a starter, right? It's a starter, so it works. Are we just supposed to block with Fire Tenant Strike first? I mean, I guess technically we could keep it, right? We're probably supposed to go to 10 and then use the second fealty as like our... Yeah, that might have been better. Oh, we had 2 floating. I should have swung the daggers. That was dumb. Joke's on you, I don't have hands. That took a turn. I was not ready for you to say you don't have hands. I mean, no judgment, you know? Like, I don't know why you don't have hands. Did you lose them in like a crazy chainsawing circus act? Or like, you know, did like you get your hand caught in like a minivan door? You know, like, I'm just curious. Yeah, we definitely should have swung both the daggers. That was me talking about food too much and being a bag nun. That was official bag nunnery status right there. Official. We're going to put our opponent to 6. Then we're going to put him to 2 so that we can go for the kill next turn. They would literally be dead if we had swung daggers last turn. Or been forced to block with the other card. I wish Brand wasn't our only starter here. Oh, wait. Shit. That was stupid. Well, my bad, guys. I'm not going to undo. I'm not going to undo. But, you know, I'm a forehead. So Cut Through as our starter is scary because they've already shown us a Shelter. If they hadn't shown a Shelter, I just assumed that they're on Ethan's list. But yeah. I played Florian at locals and paid the price. You know what? That I understand. You don't deserve to have hands. I'm kidding. Or am I? I am indeed a forehead. That was not a very good play. We should have cracked a fealty in response and then just attacked with the Art of the Dragonfire after that. Like, that was just, that was a, like, big forehead. Much think, big forehead. So, clearly I'm not in practice with the deck, but, like, man, 7-1's pretty good, right? I mean, you're right. They couldn't block at all, so it didn't matter. But, like, man, like, 7-1 is pretty... 7-1's a pretty good night. I think we probably would have played, like, 4 Elias games tonight. Made a couple of mistakes down the stretch. Respond with fealty to token stealing block and attack with daggers on blue resources floating. Deck felt good tonight. All right. Well, I mean, we played 8 games and we won 7 of them. Overall, I think this speaks pretty well to the deck. Like, the deck felt pretty clean. I was very, very worried about Snatch as a chain ender when we started the stream, but I think Snatch ended up feeling pretty good. There's multiple turns where you could, like, use fealty to, you know, make the Snatch Draconic to give it go again. It fit in very well with being able to keep, like, a 1-card hand, or, you know, watching your opponent block on Chain Links 2 and 3, and then throwing Snatch on Chain Link 4 after they've tried to stop Mask of Momentum is very, very backbreaking. So there's a couple of, like, very, very good spots where Snatch fits into the deck, even though I didn't think it would. Plus, more 0-for-4s mean more break points. But we do have to be careful because it could mean more clunky hands. So, just things to think about with the deck. I don't know. Maybe this is the time that I play Cinder for Worlds. I mean, I think there's a lot of time between now and Worlds. A lot of things that happen between now and Worlds. This card was pretty good. It was okay at times. Not that great at times, but it was okay. Throw Dagger was probably the best card in the deck tonight. Now, when I say best card in the deck, I mean card that stood out to me the most, right? So, like, Throw Dagger had the most utility tonight as a, like, value blue. Best worst deck incoming? Listen. If I end up playing Cindra after all the shit I've talked about it, guys, I mean, come on now. Like, come on now. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if it's sleeved up in Jackson this weekend. Don't be surprised if it's sleeved up in Jackson this weekend. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm probably taking Lyeth with me this weekend to play games, but we'll see what happens. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. Thanks for being here. Don't forget, check out the Green Tree Sports Card 10K, exclamation point gsc10k in the chat to get some more details about that. You can sign up for it, see all their prices on the website, stuff like that. I will be in Jackson, Tennessee at Canada Collectibles Games this weekend. Come hang out, come take a picture, come say hi. You know, I'm chilling. We'll be there all weekend on Saturday from 11 to 6 Central Time. So make sure you come hang out and say hi. It'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. And we'll be live tomorrow. I think we'll play some LL tomorrow. I've put off LL enough. We'll play LL tomorrow. I think we might play the Rune Gate chain deck tomorrow and see how it feels. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb.